We're learning Perek Dalor Ala Yud Aleph. Let's go on Pesach. Eitzim shel tzlias ha-Pesach ke-Pesach. The wood that's used for roasting the Pesach is like the Pesach. So let's see what it says in the Peirush. And also matzah mora, meaning you can use it for that purpose. Hoyel v'hin machshir ha-Pesach, since they are needs of the Pesach, harim ke-Pesach. And therefore they have the same laws as apply to the Pesach. If we took money from someone who had set aside Pesach, he took him and added to the group, they should be joining him with matzah mora, or he should be a partner in all of that takes place, including the wood that has to be used to roast the Pesach. The money is no longer sanctified. This is a hemshech of what we learned in Halacha 10, that the money goes out the chulin. Now, adds that if you gave the money in order to be added, you can use that money for matzah mora or for the eitzim. Right? As the Mishnah cites Psochim 90a, there Rabbi Yochanan and others disagree. Rav Zera, what does it mean? My Rebbe, what does Rebbe say? What's Rebbe's name? Well, the Sanya, it says in the Pasuk, have him be part of the seh, have him live from it, with and not a purchase. Even if it's a mekach, if he doesn't have for the meal, whatever you want, not only the Korban Pesach, he can take part of it, but the Mosdos goes out the chulin, and that's the condition of how you shall sanctify the Pesach. One says that you can even purchase wood to roast the Korban Pesach, and that there's no question about that, because that's part of the Pesach. When did they disagree by matzah mora? The Chacham of the opinion is a different item. It's not part of the Pesach. Rebbe is of the opinion that's part you need it for the Pesach, as it says so, and others say there's no disagreement because it says the matzah that since they are the preparation for the Pesach, they like the Pesach. When they disagree, to buy either a garment or a talus. The Rambam of the opinion, it says only for a set. That's part of the food items, something that has to do with the korban. Which is the opinion that once it became chulin, you can live a better life with it. Even Abaya there learns that that's the condition of how Yisrael set aside their money for the korban Pesach. That if they want to, they can give in the matono as chulin. And the Kesef Mishnah writes that the Rambam paskins like the one who's machmir, and therefore he forbids to buy the money a chalukah talis, only tzorchei asuda, like matzah mora, and certainly wood to roast the Pesach. The Mishnah Melech questions the question on the Kesef Mishnah. If this halacha zu has to do with the machlokes of Rav Zera and Rambam is codifies halacha to be stringent, he should have said so. You can't buy with this money a garment or a talus. Therefore, the Mishnah Melech says the Rambam paskins the one who is lenient in machlokes of Rav Zera. He disagrees with the Kesef Mishnah, and that Mishnah Melech says that you can buy with this money even a garment or a talus. As it says, the money is chulin. You can do with it whatever you want. And here the Rambam gives us a new concept that's not explained in the Gemara. If you set aside the money for the Pesach, even though that in Moshe Pesach, the Pesach that's left over, you have to buy a shlomim. But before Pesach, since we're makel, he can buy with the money wood, matzah mora, according to the Mishnah Melech, even garments for Pesach. They consider like the Pesach itself. The Racham Tzvi questions also on the Kesef Mishnah, the Mishnah Melech's question, that is Rambam Paskin, that is Machmeh, he should have written that you cannot buy a garment. And why does it say the money is chulin? And why does he make the differentiation? So the Racham Tzvi says The Ram Halacha Yud is discussing the money that he got from the second one to be counted the Korban Pesach, and therefore there you can only buy Tzorchei Korban. And the Ram here adds that somebody who says if there's extra money left over, even though the din is that you set aside money, you leave it after the Chag to bring a shlomim, but he can buy for himself. As the person himself, he's not transferring the money. It's his own money. He can buy. It went out to Chulun, and it never became hegdish according to the Rambam. But why then only for the Suda? Maybe because otherwise people will think you can take hegdish into secular. The Acham Tzvi also explains that the Rambam learns that Rambam Zera disagree in the Machlokes of Rebbe Rabbonon, where they disagree in two aspects, where others go onto the Pesach, when you take others with him on Matzah Mora, which are in the Suda, he took money that somebody set aside for his Pesach, that there too they disagree if the money goes out of the Pesach. According to Chacham, it doesn't go out of the Pesach, because he didn't set aside the money only for needs of Pesach, like wood, but not the Matzah Mora. The Rabbonon say you can't buy with the money Matzah Mora. And Rebbe says the opinion that even if you bought Matzah Mora, money goes out the Chulun, because that's the condition. Raman Yom, and the other one that says that everyone agrees that you can add the extra money can be bought Matzah Mora. They only disagree about buying a garment. The Rambam is codifies the halacha that Rebbe permits even to buy anything that's necessary for the Seder, even a garment. The Lechem Mishnah explains the Rambam doesn't learn the sugya like Rashi, who explains that this agreement of Rebbe and the Chachamim and Rabbi Abzera is with regard to the Baal Korban Pesach. He has no money. When did they permit him to take others onto his Pesach? And what can you buy with the money? One says, if he has no money to buy Matzah Mora, but for Chaluk and Talis, they didn't permit it. The second one says, even if he's missing a Chaluk and Talis, they permitted it also. The Rambam learns that the question is whether the second one wants to be part through his money on part of the Korban of the Seder, if he can use that money itself to buy a chaluk and matzah, a chedik and matzah mora, and also a garment. That's what the Rambam says, that he himself can buy everything. But the Lechem Mishnah says that the Gemara doesn't seem to say that, only that if you give the money to the first one, he can use it. And furthermore, it can't be that the money by a korban should be used to buy a talis, even as a talis a mitzvah. And the editor adds that here's a makor to the meaning of those who wear talis leila seder. Why do they do that? Because it says you can buy a talis as part of the seder, and it mentions a chaluk also.